What's up, guys? I just spent an hour rearranging my background and improving my lighting, so the deepest voice in copywriting is not only easy on the ears, but now we're easy on the eyes too. I know, just when you thought it couldn't get better. Today, I'm going to give you 3 business ideas that beginning copywriters can start to make $1,000 a month signing clients. This is really good because A, it's a recurring revenue source that you can build upon with more clients, and B, you don't need to run expensive ads and sink a lot of money before you get a return on your investment. All you have to do is be able to hustle a little bit, put in the sweat equity, and you're going to be able to make this work. I'm going to explain how to go get clients at the end. All right, starting off, 1, email marketing. Email marketing is the lowest hanging fruit for any e-commerce store. A good e-com shop should be able to make 40% of their revenue or so from email marketing alone. The thing is, a lot of people have no idea that they should be doing this, / they're a little too lazy to implement it. Plenty of stores can scale to $1 million a year without proper email flows. This means it's super easy for you to come in, just do the thing they haven't been doing, and make a bunch of money for them. They're gonna love you, you're gonna love having a job. By that I mean client. No jobs around here. To do this, you're going to need to do 2 things. You're going to need to find a store that is clearly successful in some way already. This may not always be easy because you don't have access to their numbers, but there's some soft guesses we can make to judge this. Instagram followers is a sketchy one. I've had shops that have very low numbers of Instagram followers, like less than 10,000, that are easily multiple 6-figure shops. So I wouldn't do that so much. What I would do is I would check their advertising, go through their products, pretend you're going to buy one, do the add to cart, see what it says. Are you getting emails from them? Is it saying, hey, we saw you added this to the cart, maybe you should come buy it? Even if you do get one, don't despair, these may still be good clients, because maybe the email sucks. People make their cart reminders super simple, boring, forgettable, and that is a big thing we can improve. If we just add a little bit of a story to those add to cart reminders, we can definitely flip prospects around who maybe not were gonna buy into definite buyers. They're already warm leads. They added to cart. You just need to fix it. You just need to close the sale. After that, go through, do the same thing, but go all the way through the checkout process and stop just before you're gonna buy. This is called a abandonment flow. Checkout abandonment. They should tell you, hey, we saw you were gonna buy, you didn't. A lot of times, you're gonna see an email come in that offers you a discount. This is where it starts to get good. Again, make sure it's a really good email that tells a story and connects with the customer. 2, do they have a discount or any sort of incentive that improves the offer and makes the customer want to buy? And 3, after that happens, how many emails do you get from them? You probably don't get any, and that's something people underestimate. You see, you're not spamming your customers if you send them a couple more emails after the abandoned checkout email. They didn't buy anyway, so what do you have to lose by emailing them 3 to 5 more times? I know it sounds nuts, and until you run the numbers yourself, you're going to be surprised, but sometimes it takes that 4th or 5th email to actually close the sale. Wild. Idea number 2, landing page creation. So making landing pages used to be a big pain in the butt. You had to code and no design and this and that, but it's really not so hard anymore. All you have to do is sign up for a website called card.co, C-A-R-R-D. I'm going to put the link in the description. And it's about $9 a month, and for another $12 from Google Domains, I'll link them too, you can buy your own domain. This allows you to set up really good looking custom landing pages with a custom domain super quickly. The key here is that you're a copywriter. You know how to write headlines, subheadlines, pull the reader through your copy and make them buy something at the end. That's a big part of your value proposition. Now, that's a big part of your value proposition. Not only are you creating a website for them, but you're putting copy that sells more products on that website. Now, I know it sounds easy to make a card site and maybe they would just do it themselves because it's so simple, but trust me, this shit is like black magic to 90% of businesses, especially if they are brick and mortar businesses run by, I'm just going to say, an older generation. If you don't want to do online prospecting, this is your opportunity to just find businesses in real life, show them what can be done, and then sign them as a client. Now, to do this, I would suggest practice a little bit. Make a card site and make it look really friggin' good, okay? Write the best copy you possibly can. After you do that, find another client and don't work for them for free, but show them your card site and say, hey, I'll make this for you. And I'm only gonna charge you if you decide you want it. And if you decide you want it, you pay me $500, $1,000. I put it on the internet, I connect it to a custom domain, I connect your product to it, payment processing, whatever they want. You can make it simple and have levels. You can have $500, $1,000, $2,000. There's a lot of ways you can work this into a multi-level packaging type of price scheme. I really like this idea because it leverages your skills more so than outside things like having to build websites, yet the customer gets a really great tangible product that they can look at and say, hey, they gave me this. This looks awesome. So do that if you are not so comfortable with emails and maybe not so comfortable with the online prospecting that I'm going to explain at the end of the video. Idea number 3. This one is going to be a little more advanced, but if you've done one or both of the other two already, I think you're really going to find that you could use this one to expand your revenues and scale a little bit harder. Lots of people run ads, and media buying is a skill unto itself. And honestly, as a copywriter, I don't recommend that you get too deep in the media buying world beyond some basic Facebook stuff because it's just going to eat up so much of your time. But media buyers hate a big part of their job usually: writing copy and making creatives. This is a big issue. Sometimes you hire agencies to do your media buying, they don't want to make creatives, their copywriters suck. This is a chance for you to step in. You can find someone who's already running ads, but their ads aren't so good, and that's simple to do because you're probably getting hit with their ads. If you're not, go click around their stores and you're going to be getting hit with their ads pretty soon. Contact these guys and say, hey, I see you're running ads, I think they could be better. What if I produced 100 new ads for you every month? You pay me a flat fee. For $1,000, I give you 100 ads a month. Now, the reason this is important and going to improve their business is that a key part of media buying is testing. You should be testing and making new creatives all of the time. That's why media buyers don't want to do it. Huge time suck when they'd rather be playing with their Facebook whizmadoodles. I don't know, I don't like pressing buttons. Come to them and say, hey, I'm going to make your job easier and more profitable by supplying you with the thing that you don't like because it's the thing that I do like. The caveat here is like, yeah, you've got to have run ads before, or you at least have to be able to take on a client and say, hey, I'm going to offer services to you at a reduced price because I don't want to risk you losing money over this. But if you find someone who wants to outsource this part of their business, they're going to go for this because all they have to do is give you $1,000 and potentially save themselves hours and hours each month, or save their media buyer hours and hours each month. If you're good, this is really going to appeal to them. Leveling that up, you can provide creatives, which is the pictures run in the ads as well. If you have a little bit of photography or videography experience, that's going to be another thing you could use to level up the price point of your packages. The A++ version of that would be, hey, I'm going to write you a VSL, a video sales letter. And that's going to be a video where basically instead of having a written sales letter to sell the product, an actor, anyone speaks in a video saying the things that would have been said in the sales letter to sell the product. This one isn't so much something that you're going to charge for on a recurring basis, unless they need a bunch of them, but it's something for a higher ticket you could offer once. So if you have somebody who you're running ads for or you're doing email marketing for, you could offer them, say, hey, for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, I'll create you a VSL. And you can either film it yourself if you're up to that level of proficiency with camera work, or you could say, hey, hire a actual videographer for $500 to film it for you. See what I'm saying? So you don't have to do the filming, but you still make $2,500 off that VSL, say. I really like this because VSLs are an under-leveraged and high opportunity area for all kinds of online businesses. Really proficient online marketers use them. Newbies, low-level e-commerce stores almost never do. Okay, guys. Now, let's go back over those 3 ideas. We were going to do emails, landing pages, and ad creation. The only other thing I want to add to the emails is say, hey, I can run your email system for you too. You sign them up for Aweber, Klaviyo, whatever email service provider you're familiar with, and run the whole thing for them. Providing them emails is going to be one level of value you can give them, but running the whole system and taking it off their hands, implementing tracking codes, doing the whole 9 yards is going to be another that you can really charge for because you're really helping them. I like that idea a lot because personally, I'm really into email marketing. After that, we've got the landing pages. You build a card site, you write your copy, put a checkout button, put a calendar schedule button for service client-based businesses. A lot of options there. That may or may not be as much of a recurring revenue idea, but it's still something that you can expand within one business, multiple pages, that kind of thing. And it gives you the option of not having to prospect online. Number 3, just covered it, creating ads, maybe making creatives. If you're really good writing and filming VSLs, video sales letters for the client. Again, higher end stuff, but also higher profit potential. I want you to make that clear to the client when you're pitching this. Now, you know these 3 ideas, but you probably have a huge question still. How am I supposed to find these guys? Well, it's really not that hard to do, and you don't need to spend money on ads, but you could if you wanted to. Here's what I would do. Sign up for 2 websites. 1, D7 Lead Finder, and 2, I can literally not count to 2, Lemlist, all right? These services are going to cost you a little bit of money, but are going to be super worth it. I'm going to put the links in the description below so you can check them out for yourself, but the basic idea is that D7 Lead Finder is a place or a website that finds leads for you in certain niches and certain areas if you want, so that you know who to contact. And Lemlist is an email service that operates entirely around cold email and pitching through cold email, just to make it easier. A lot of tools that I can get into in another video surrounding that. Sign up for those 2 things and you're going to find businesses that you can reach out to, and you're going to have some email tools that make it a little easier. Reach out to these businesses, just send them a quick cold email and say, hey, I have a value proposition for you. Don't literally say that, but give them not what you do. If you're an email marketer, don't say, hey, I write emails, I can improve your email list. Say, hey, I can increase the revenue of your business by 30 to 40% potentially if you aren't using the email skills that I possess. That is a much more enticing offer than just saying, hey, should I set up a Klaviyo flow for you? That's going to make you look like an amateur. If you can come in with hard numbers or at least really clear benefits, like remember, benefits, not features. You don't write emails, you make more money. If you can come in with that and pitch enough businesses, I guarantee you're going to close at least one of them in your first week. Send a lot of emails though. Don't send 12 emails and then give up when you don't sign a client. Expect a 1 to 3% conversion rate. I'm saying 1% if you're a beginner at this, 3% if you're really good. So for every 100 emails you send, you're gonna sign 1 or 2, maybe 3 clients if you're lucky. That is how you can go through and get clients without having to spend money on ads. But let's fast forward to the future a little bit and say, hey, I've been doing this for a couple months. I'm making 3 or 4K a month. I've saved up some dough. Well, now you can apply your skills to your own business and you can create some ads for yourself. Throw a landing page up there, put an opt-in button in, and say, hey, these are the skills I provide that end up, these are the skills I have and they give you XYZ benefit. Click this link, go through my sales letter, hit the opt-in, and schedule a sales call with me. Then you're gonna email them whatever you gotta do to get them on a sales call. Once you have them on a sales call, it's going to be much easier to close. I recommend doing this over Zoom if you can. Having a video interface improves conversion rates drastically. The actual tactics to use in these calls is going, again, beyond the scope of this video, but if you're good at what you do and you've learned the benefit it provides, I'm confident that you can convey that to your client. Last thing I wanted to say here. What was this last thing I wanted to say? Okay guys, so there you have it. Those are the 3 business models that I would use if I were a novice copywriter to sign clients and create a copywriting business that is going to take me from 0 to maybe $3,000 or $4,000 a month as quickly as possible. No upfront costs, you just got to be able to do the legwork, figure out how to send effective cold emails, and be really good at what you do. If you can do that, I guarantee this is well within your grasp. Remember, we're not trying to be the best in the world at this. We're just trying to offer it to businesses that aren't using it at all. So you're not trying to improve on a 10, maybe 20% gain. You're giving them a huge gain because you're going from 0 to 100% on this particular method. Make that super clear to them. They have a lot of room to improve. Don't say it in a condescending way like that. Say they have a lot of room to make more money. Alright guys, thank you for watching the video. Remember, the links to those companies I described are going to be in the description below. Go to my website, cjboake.com, and sign up for my email list, where I talk about things like this. I get into a little more detail, and it's all in all better content on YouTube. Less entertainment, more, here's how you actually do shit. Alright guys, over and out.